Did it ask you to reset?
Oh, that's about it. Okay.
Welcome to the Cooking Up Joy Show. I'm your host, Alicia Madeline, Grief to Gratitude chef and founder of Roots and Returns. Here we use the power of food stories and traditions to heal, reconnect, and rediscover joy. Today, we're diving into recipes that are as sweet as the memories that they honor. Vanilla pound cake. This dish is not just dessert, it's a reminder of the love, connection, and legacy that food can preserve, even in the face of change. Joining me today is my cousin, Taylor Mitchell. Taylor Mitchell is a powerhouse in both marketing and entrepreneurship. Born and raised in Queens, New York, and now residing in Atlanta, he's a proud Howard University alum with a bachelor's in communications and a master's in marketing from Georgetown University. He brings brains, hustle, and serious creative energy to everything he does. As a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, Taylor started his career in marketing and has since founded a thriving media agency, a luxury clothing brand, and a travel agency. A true hustler with a vision. Please welcome the multi-hyphenate himself, Taylor Mitchell.
Hey, Alicia. Hey, everyone.
Thank you so much for joining. We're going to be talking about his mom today, and his mother is a strong and vibrant woman, but she's also currently living with early onset dementia. She's been and continues to be this incredible heartbeat of our family. And today we're reflecting on the ways that we can preserve legacy while also navigating this journey together. So this episode is about honoring the legacies that were given while also creating our own. And it's about finding joy in the sweetness of memories and traditions, even when life feels super heavy. So thank you so much for being here today, Taylor.
Yes, thank you for having me on. And of course, I love to share my story and share our family story as well.
I appreciate that. So what I always do on the show, Taylor, is we start with a cocktail. And
Okay.
so before we dive too deep into the conversation, we're going to kick things off. But y'all, today we're having a mocktail. We typically have a little cocktail, but we're going mocktail today. And so this mocktail is inspired by self-discipline because Taylor is currently doing some kind of high performance fitness training thing,
I'm
right?
just trying to get right in the gym, so I cut off some alcohol for a couple weeks. That's it. Yeah.
So this drink is titled a Fizzy Lemon Spritz. So
Okay.
the things that you're gonna need are some lemon.
Okay.
I do have lemon zest. You don't have to have that. I've zested a lemon. I also have a lemon for garnishment. Nice.
Cool.
And ice if you want it. But the main ingredient is sparkling water.
Okay, I got the big jug here from the store.
Perfect, perfect. I actually made mine just a second ago with my soda stream.
Okay.
So first thing we're gonna do is if you want ice, add your ice to your glass. And then, I'm making a mess. Squeeze in your lemon juice.
You put the lemon juice in first?
Uh-huh.
Okay, do that.
And of course, if you have zest, you can add that in or do that now. And then you're gonna pour over sparkling drink. And that's it.
And that's it. Okay.
So now, if you're at home, you're having a mocktail. If you want to add a little tequila to this, it's also perfect too. But today we're just having a little mocktail because you can have fun with just mocktails, right? But you don't have to just have it in a plain cup. You can dress it up like we've done today. So let's have a toast. So here's to the strength of love, the power of memories, and the joy of preserving legacies. Cheers, little cousin.
Cheers.
How is it?
Tastes pretty good. I've never tried that before.
Really?
No, never. I usually stay away from seltzer water because I thought it was like nasty growing up.
Oh,
But
well,
it's alright with the lemon. I like
see?
it. Yeah.
So I drink sparkling water with anything. So lemon, lime, tequila, vodka, bourbon, cognac. I just like, oh, and coffee. That's my
Mm.
new thing. Sparkling water and coffee.
I'm gonna try it with tequila because you know, especially because cutting down on calories,
Right.
working out, and of course I still drink. So like definitely I can mix that with some tequila with some lime or lemon.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's easy. So,
Conversation.
all right.
Okay,
Well,
cool.
so today we're reflecting on Taylor's incredibly close relationship with his mom. We'll explore her diagnosis, how it's shifted his relationship with her, and the lessons that he's learned, along with the ways he's continuing to keep her legacy ever present. So, Taylor, I'll start with a couple of questions. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Okay. How do you hold on to the essence of who your mom is, even as dementia is changing her?
That's a good question. I mean, just really reflecting on how great of a mother she was and still is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm fortunate enough to have both of my parents in my life. Grew up with them both in the same household, and I understand how grateful I am. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
really grateful to have a mom that really instilled a lot of the traits that I kind of carry with me as a man today.
Yeah.
So just who I am as a man, I could really say it was because of my mom.
Mm.
And yeah, I mean, of course, I check in on her like as much as possible, almost daily now. But what's funny is growing up, I always been super independent. So I rarely ever call home. And now as a
Aw.
grown man, 32, and with my mom's diagnosis, I feel like I'm talking to my parents and my sister more than I ever did in my life.
Yeah.
So, just being able to really remember the great times and still make some more great memories. So even if she may not remember every single thing that's going on
Mm.
now moving forward, I still am able to kind of cherish that as as time, goes on.
I love that when you mentioned that you've had amazing memories, but you're making new memories. And
Hmm.
so, um, like it's change is happening. It's happening all around us, particularly in this situation, but you're still creating, finding ways to find joy. So I love that.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, I do want you to share your favorite memory of Auntie, but before
Okay.
you do that, and your favorite memory that makes you smile, but before you do that, or rather as you do that, could you tell us a little bit about her?
Yeah. So, all right, I'll start off with about my mom, and it's funny because it's probably my first time ever saying something about my mom, as far as like giving like an intro of my mom,
Yeah.
right? But my mother is she's a country woman from Elizabeth City, North Carolina,
Okay.
but we adopt her as a New Yorker because, of course, that's where she's been for, I would say, more than half her life now. But my mom was strong, uh, real blunt. She, I know, growing up, we used to go at it a lot because of our personalities, but
Yeah.
like, I respect the fact that she's so selfless. Like
Mm.
she will give the clothes off her back. I remember, a memory when I was young, my nephew had to been like maybe 4 or 5. So that
Mm.
means I was probably like 9. And I wanted to see my nephew so bad. This is my older brother's son. And I remember it was like a rainy day, fresh out for work. She took the train to Jersey from Brooklyn, and then the train back from Jersey to Queens just to bring, our
Oh,
nephew over to see him because we wanted to see him. You know what I mean? So like, she went out her way so much, and I think if I kind of sum it up, like she was just so nice and caring to everybody.
yeah.
So yeah, so that's pretty much what my mom is still
Yeah.
to this day. But I know about that memory up, but that's a dope memory. But I'm trying to think of my favorite memory. It had to be something funny when so behind my crib in New York, it's this hill, and during when it gets snowy, it gets icy. I
Hmm.
remember we all went out there. It was me, my mom, my pops, and my little sister, and my dad fell down a hill, and my mom was laughing so hard that she fell with him. And then after she fell and slid, I think me and my sister went and slid down with down the hill with them. But I think that was a dope memory. We were all just laughing the whole night. That was a good time. Yeah.
That when you were describing that, well, one, I can visualize it because I know that hill behind your house, but it just sounds very storybook and wholesome. I mean, two-parent home, you're laughing on a hill, so it's probably a snow day.
Yeah, I mean it was like an icy snow day. It was at night too. I think he was coming back from somewhere.
Okay.
He was
Like
actually coming
walking
back.
home.
Yeah, it was we was coming back probably from my grandma's crib in the Bronx, and
Okay.
he parked in the garage. He had to walk up this icy hill
Uh-huh.
to the back way to my crib, and I think that's what happened. Like, I think my dad made that first fall, and my mom did too. But yeah, yeah,
That's funny. Well, particularly because your dad is the funniest. If you, your brother, and your dad were to do like, I don't know, a show, podcast, stand-up comedy, it would be like sold out. He's so funny.
yeah. We all got that funny Mitchell gene.
Well, so so that's a couple of favorite memories. Taken, how far is the train from Jersey to you?
You got to do a lot of transferring. It's like you're going from New York public transportation to now Jersey public transportation.
Okay.
So I would say honestly, it probably took her from Brooklyn to Jersey. He was living in East Orange, maybe hour and a half to 2 hours, and then back probably another 2 hours on the train. Probably, yeah,
Yeah, that's far, and also that sounds like auntie. My memories of her are that she is always nice, has always been nice, like my whole life. Like she to me is like, I think all of her siblings, they have a little bit of our grandparents, but I think
yeah,
of grandma when I think of Aunt Vicky.
mm,
Like just the sweetness, the kindness, times that I would go and visit, she would get up and make like start dinner. It's like, no, we can just go
yeah,
to the store. So like just always thinking of you. So yeah, thank you for sharing that.
yeah, of course.
Now, I know that she was a cook. So are
Yes,
there any recipes or dishes that she used to make that if you were to have it now, it reminds you of her?
yeah. And I'm picky. Like I'm like your brother, but not
Mhm.
not as extreme. But
That is strange. You think he's strange?
not as extreme.
Oh,
Not
extreme.
yes. So there was a few things my mom cooked that I would eat. Now, mind you, my dad and my sister they ate everything.
Hmm.
But I think maybe two or three I was like, I need my mom to make was probably her shrimp scampi.
Ooh.
Yeah, she'd make the shrimp scampi. Well, I used to love that shrimp scampi. Then I know sometimes she would make some salmon with it too.
Okay.
Um, that and then what else? I think shrimp scampi is probably the only thing I wanted her to eat. I mean, wanted to make when I was younger. I was a peanut butter jelly, pizza, chicken tenders type of kid. But I do know it's a funny story. So my mom will always make spaghetti as well.
Hmm.
Meat sauce from my dad and my sister and herself. I was so picky that I was like, hey, can you just make me the noodles and just pour ketchup on my noodles?
No.
I wanted to fit in with them, but I didn't want to eat the stuff like that meat sauce.
Yeah.
And I know ketchup was red, and I know I saw tomato on it on the so she would literally pour ketchup on the noodles for me. So yeah, that's what I had growing up. I had noodles and
That's
ketchup. Yeah.
that's amazing. And also, do you still eat spaghetti like that?
No, 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 no.
Oh, I
Like,
don't know.
it's different now. I'm on to the pastas and
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, what has been what would you say has been the hardest part of this? I mean, essentially it's a journey because I know that I certainly think we all continue to hold out hope, but this is it's still a journey, right? So what's been the hardest part of this journey and how have you found moments of joy in the midst of it all?
I say the hardest part is growing up, my mom was talkative, right? She'll talk your head off, especially because she believes she's right all the time, right? I would say the hardest part is how can I put it? Sorry, hold on.
No, it's okay. Mhm.
I think the
You want to take a minute?
no, I'm ready. I'm ready. My bad.
No, it's no, 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 it's okay. I felt that. You can take your time. Good.
I think the hardest part is that I can't really have a conversation
Yeah.
like for longer than like 3 to 5 minutes. Just because I know she's struggling to kind of talk
Yeah.
and remember words, and I don't want to overwhelm her. So like, so I guess the hard part is that I think I kind of took that for granted when I was younger,
Mm.
and I didn't call my mom as much. So like now, I don't have that opportunity. So I mean, that's probably the hardest part. It's like you just want to talk to your mom, and she's there. Like I'm blessed. Like my mom's alive. She's not gone. But
Right.
it's just like you know, it's just because of what she's going through. You don't want to like overwhelm her, and then of course it's just hard for her to kind of maybe just get get some words out. So it's just it's not a flow of a conversation that you may be used to. So that's probably the hardest part for me is that you know
What
yeah.
what are you feeling right now?
Um, regret.
Mm.
That's probably what it is. Guess I was so young, caught up in what I had going on, college life, girls, working, that I just wish I don't know, just wish I was around more.
Yeah, I get that. The great thing is that you and your sister are, I mean, truly, when I think about like a Hallmark family, y'all have always been that to me. Um, so I'm certain that this situation has probably brought the two of you closer.
Yeah, honestly, I would say since things happened with my mother and the birth of Tori, me and Tyra been the closest we ever been in my life.
Tori is your niece.
Yeah, Tori my niece. So I mean, we fought like cats and dogs. At one point, we hated each other. Um,
Yeah, you did.
we did. Like we lived together, didn't want to live together, like all of that. And but now, I'll do anything and everything for Tyra and Tori. Anything they need, I got them.
Do you wanna take a break? Take a minute?
Yeah. I mean, you don't gotta stop recording or anything like that.
Okay. I don't know, you need to give Dollar a hug?
Just want to wipe my face. That's all.
Let's all take a break. In the meantime, here are some pictures of Taylor's sister, Tyra, and his adorable niece, Tori.
All right. Good.
Okay. Well, I actually only have one more question.
Oh damn, for real?
Yeah. So what advice would you give to families going through something similar?
I guess my biggest advice is like don't stop experiencing life. I mean, like lucky enough, it's in the early stages for me and my family. So like she can still remember things that we do. So having birthday parties for her, taking her to go see her sister, which was her best friend, your mother, and her other best friends from back home, like all of that has been so extremely helpful. And also, like, I mean, this is my first time actually talking about this to anybody, like in depth. I
Yeah.
My recommendation for people to actually talk, to get this out of your system so that you can get advice and recommendations from loved ones or even professionals where they can help you navigate through this space. You know, as I get older, I understand like with this particular illness, it's going to progress. And hopefully, I'm praying that it becomes stagnant. But in some cases, that it does progress. You just want to prepare. And and sometimes I felt like do I need to rush life? Do I need to hurry up, get married, and have kids because I want my moms to see da 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 da. Um, I would say just don't rush. Just stay on your course, stay on your path. The best thing to do is just honestly just provide love and care to your loved one as much as possible. And even if it is 5 minute conversations, to have them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Provide love and care. Just don't stop. That's real. You I said I don't have any questions and I don't, but anymore, but what you've I mean, I already started crying, so I feel like we may as well just keep crying more. But when you mentioned your mother's best friend, my mother,
Mhm.
um, like that's really one of the reasons why I want to have this conversation. I was talking to her. Hopefully she doesn't mind me sharing this, but she was just like so brokenhearted, thinking of my auntie. And, just before our grandmother passed, grandma talked to my mom every day. She talked to your mom every day. And I
Mhm.
know that because I was in the house. I was the one she picked up from school. And my mom would call. There was no three-way back then. And then Aunt Vicky would call from her office. And grandma would give them both like an hour. And so when grandma passed, they, talked, I think like every day.
Yeah, yeah. Long conversations, all that.
Yeah. You've just got me thinking about in some way, it's like it is a grief, but it's a different kind of a grief. Like it's a
Yeah. It is. It is. It's different from losing my grandmother. It's different from, you know, heartbreak from a relationship. It's because like, all right, my grandma, she passed away. She's gone. Unfortunately, I can't reach out and grab her. Relationship, shorty's gone. I'm not about to stalk shorty. With your mom, is like the relationship you had with her has changed,
Mhm.
and now you have to pretty much form a new one in a sense because you have to be more delicate about certain things. You gotta
Mm,
be extremely careful and understanding that what you want from it, you may not get. Like, you know, um,
yeah.
before all this, my mom would call me, text me, all that, but now she won't unless it's an accident or
Mm,
if something happened with my dad and she's freaking out. So, like certain things like that, you just have to just accept and, you know, of course find a way forward. But yeah, it's a different type of grief, and it's almost like the person's there, like she's not gone. That's what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
I'd be sometimes sad, and then sometimes I'm like, well, I still got my mom. So like, some people can't even say that.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing all that you shared today, being so open and vulnerable. And I can't thank you enough for, yeah, I can't thank you enough for that. So, I do want to name, I named at the top of the call about, nostalgic recipes, and I put your favorite uh,
Yeah.
cake, vanilla
Yeah.
pound cake. We're not enjoying that today because Taylor is doing his fitness thing.
Yeah.
Um, but I will there will be the vanilla pound cake recipe will be here for you all to grab. So when I think about our favorite nostalgic recipes, they can remind us that even in the most bittersweet moments, there's still sweetness to be found. So whether it's in your favorite dessert, like vanilla pound cake, or some other special food memory, I want to remind y'all that these food memories are more than just food. They're symbols of the love and the memories that connect us to the people that we hold in our hearts. So today, your joy assignment. Now, Taylor, every show I do a joy assignment, so you can do this one too if you want. Well,
Right.
I'll give you a healthy version, or or just wait, because this is about baking. But your joy assignment this week is to bake a dish that reminds you of someone you love, whether it's a recipe they taught you or something that brings back a really special, fond food memories. As you bake it, reflect on the lessons that they left and the ways that you can carry their legacy forward. Share your creations with us using the hashtag Cooking Up Joy, and we'll feature your story in our next episode. If you want to stay connected, we've got a community, a Facebook community. We have a school community where you can join us and share recipes and just stay connected with folks who are cooking and finding joy in the kitchen. So let's create a community of sweetness and connection together. Thank you so much for being here, Taylor.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it and allowing me to kind of open up. Yeah.
Of course. Oh, where can people find you?
They can find my personal page that is Tay Money Mitch MITCH. But I also have a couple brands. One in particular that I am highlighting today is May City Collection. That is MAZECITYCO. That's on Instagram. If you're looking for the website, it's the same thing, just .com.
All right. All right. I'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you.